right? Under fund accounting, so we have discussed about trade processing, right? Under trade processing, you might see different processes like middle office operations, that would be separate team. Then back office operations as well, that would be again your separate team. Then reconciliation. Reconciliation is also major, portion that you would see under uh, fund accounting. One for external reconciliation, external recon, and internal recon. Right? So you can target, let's assume it, you're not well versed with the accounting skills after training as well. So now we are and at this training program, and your confidence is like you're not good with accounting entries or maybe that legal stuff and all. So then that's fine. See, I'm not even expecting that, let's say 100% people they have attended. If you see, in the beginning, we had around 22 admissions, but 60 to 70% people they got offer letters. Now they are busy in their stuff. Even they are not able to attend it. Personally, they have texted us, I got offer now. My life is hell, this and that. That happened. It's a organic process, right? But I appreciate that you have completed all the sessions dedicatedly, you attended, you even paid attention as well. But now if you see, if you're after this also means attending everything and you're not confident about whether you're a fit for this fund accounting stuff or not, that's absolutely fine. So I'll tell you other opportunities as well. So why don't you target to this trade processing? Why don't you target the middle office operations, then back office operations? Basically, here it's a data entry stuff. Data entry stuff, it means uh, you require skills of, trade booking, trade settlement, and even it is complicated as well. When you say data entry, it means it's not a easy data. You would see complicated as well, but you would see separate openings for a trade processing in market, or I would say like companies like BNY, CT, JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, Apex, Citco. They have separate processes for trade processing and as well as for back office operations and middle office operations under different financial products. Second thing, sir, let's say if I decided to go ahead with trade processing, so how can I prepare it? See, under trade processing, what we do, I'll tell you. We book the transactions for swaps, loans, equity and bonds. That means product knowledge is must. Even if it is theoretical or practical, that's fine. You should know it at least. How swaps works, how equity works, how bond works. You should know it. It's a mandate requirement. And there, settlement cycle. Little bit about the settlement cycle. It means how that products works. Let's say T plus one, T plus two, T plus five, T plus seven. We have discussed several things in our stations. If you just go back and if you try to recollect and reconnect with each and every dot, then you can. Pinny, just hold on, yeah. All right. So if you see, uh, if you have a product knowledge, right, then you can easily tackle the challenges of trade processing segment, and as well as you can successfully work there as well. And in terms of interview, sir, what sort of questions that we may expect in trade processing or maybe middle office operations and even back office operations interview is, see, as I said, the product is the key for a trade processing interview. Financial products. Then second, trade life cycle, right? Trade life cycle. And then third one is how different, let's say, products works. That's what the requirement is. And I'll tell you, here you would see lots of automated stuff as well. Automated stuff, it means we book the trades through trade blotter. Trade blotter basically it's an Excel based, sheet which you need to upload all the trades, because before this we had a manual system, but now we have automated system basically. So that automated system you can follow and upload the trades on internal accounting system like Geneva, Genesis, Multifond, right? All other accounting systems, whatever systems that you have. So it's just a plain or basic job is to book the trades in the system, upload it, and provide confirmations to the accounting entries team or fund accounting teams. And here you would see questions around like maybe that interviewer can ask how you manage your day in trade processing job. You would see two to three types of trades. One is new trades. New trade, it means it's a pure new, so that you can directly book it. Another one is cancel trades. Cancel, it means already new trade was booked, let's say maybe in last week or day before yesterday, or maybe yesterday it was booked. Now we have received request for cancel trades, so we can remove that trades, or we can follow the cancel instructions and delete the trades from the system. Then third, we receive request for amendments. In amendment case, already trade has been booked, but we have received instructions with the modification or with the other terms, so that you can modify the trade. So this is how we, book the trades in the system and all. And you would see question around this only. What are the different types of queries that you would see in trade lifecycle process? Of course, we received, if we miss any trades, then definitely we'll receive request for a new trade bookings and all. If we miss any cancel trade instructions, then we'll receive email for a cancellation of the trades. If we received any, let's say received request for amendments, then we'll follow that amendment request and modify the trades quantity, price, amount, whatever it is, as per the instructions given by the maybe client, maybe middle office team, or maybe any other teams and all. So this is how I would manage my day-to-day operations. You can also add, like, if you see any questions, how you book the trades. See, there are two ways to book the trades. One is manual, and another one is use the trade blotter. See, trade blotter basically, it's a Excel set with the details like trade date, settlement date, quantity, amount, ISIN, QSIP, settlement date, trade date, price, and fees if you have anything as such, so that you can update in that sheet and upload that set in the accounting system or on accounting system through backend. So that process would be your trade blotter. So this is how you can tackle to it. And you would see questions around, as I said, product, it means by default you would see questions on like equity, bonds, debentures, what is equity, what are bonds, what are swaps, right? Maybe derivatives and all. And after all, trade life cycle, it means basically T plus 2, T plus 5, T plus 3, whatever cycle that you have. So you should know it. And then third, as I said, how you means as an analyst. Let's say if you mention your experience, like, yeah, I'm from trade processing background, and if you again said for a trade processing background, or maybe let's say you don't have experience, but you have just manipulated your CV as per the trade processing, experience and all. So in that case also, you can narrate the same story which I told earlier. So I'm a part of trade processing team. We used to take care of trade blotters or trade request, whatever that we received. Basically, we received 3 to 4 types of request. One is new, cancel, and amendments. So that we booked in the system. For a bonds, we always verify the ISIN and QC. For equity, always we verify the ISIN and QC. Then trade rate, settlement rate, price, amount, and quantity. Same way, we also verify the same things for in case of loans as well. For loans, we use means we have a different identifier which is LXID and WHL in case of loans. And for derivatives and all, so they have their different IDs. Which for futures would start with FUT. For options, it start with OPT, means options put call, in that way. And for a swaps, it start with SWUP. Swaps ID start with swaps. That's what we book the trades in the system. And throughout the day, if we received any escalation as such, we deal with that as well. All right. So my point is, If you feel that fund accounting is complex, then you can target the trade processing stuff. And in middle office, sometime companies like Citco, Apex, they hire for middle office operations as well, right? Middle office operations basically work as a middleman between back office team and fund managers or brokers, or even custodians as well, and to verify the custodian statement, broker statement, then internal books of record, and resolve their exceptions, contact or connect with the counterparts for document signings and everything, or maybe authorization of letters and all. So this is how your middle office teams come into picture. All right. But yeah, so if you want to look for, if you want to go ahead with the middle office operations, it's a pure data verifier job basically. Your main job would be to connect or communicate with counterparts directly. For example, let's say trade booked in system, already trade booked in system, trade booked with 100 quantity, but in back office or maybe front office, they have only 80 quantity with price of 100. In that case, it is a job of MO to see, why there is a discrepancy, and they'll figure it out. Maybe they'll have a direct access to the counterparty as well. They can directly connect with counterparty and ask, hey, why there is a discrepancy, in that way. All right. But yeah, so you can target to the middle office operations as well. Middle office operations is one of the highly paying process. So you can target to that process also. So here you can see two opportunities. One is for trade office operations. Under trade office, you would see settlement as well process. Settlement, basically on settlement date, we just update the settlement date on the trade, because on T plus one, we book the trades, and on T plus two, or whatever settlement date would be, we just update the settlement date on booked trade. That's what your settlement come into picture. So in internal system, you can just update the settlement date on booked trade. So basically the point here is you already booked the trades, but you can now update the settlement date as per your payout details, payout or pay in details. All right. So you can find two different opportunities. One is under trade processing, companies like Line Data, as I said, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs. Note down the points. So you can search, means note down the company names. You can search those companies later on, and even you can check the recruitment, career openings and all for those profiles. Right. Same for middle office as well. Middle office is just a kind of a middleman job, right? To directly connect with counterparties, to verify details and all, to communicate counterparts, resolve the breaks, exceptions if you have anything as such, negotiate on terms if you see anything, but ensure that there are no pending issues or breaks in your system, because back office team, they won't be able to connect with the counterparty, but they'll contact to middle office team only. If the back office team has any, let's say, trade missing or a trade issue in any trades, or data is missing, or ISIN or QSIP is missing, those are the day-to-day challenges. They'll directly reach out to the middle office team, and middle office team will take care of it further part. All right. Any question around this? So you can target to trade processing as well as middle office as well. Second, one of the big portion which I have seen under wealth management is Recon. So there are two types of Recon types. But anyways, you can join as a Recon analyst or manager even. If you want better work-life balance, then you can target trade processing and Recon. You would see, 8 to 9 hours of work, so which is decent. But payout wise, you might see less payout as compared to core end-to-end task, because recon and trade processing that comes under non-critical. And that's what work-life balance would be good as compared to other core end-to-end fund accounting stuff. All right, so we have two types of recon. One is external, one is internal. Internal, it means with internal accounts. It can be trial balance versus group ledger, right? Balance it versus P&L and maybe trial balance, or trial balance versus your other accounts. Or it can be uh, trade versus, middle office versus back office. So this is how your internal recon works. What about external? Custodian versus accounting system. Broker versus your accounting system. That becomes your external recon. So it means you will try to match your records with the broker records or bank records or custodian records. But anyways, my point is you can also target the recon analyst jobs as well. And here, if you want to target the what sort of preparation is required, I'll tell you. Definitely, you would expect questions on break types. Breaks types. What types of breaks that you have worked on. So you can categorize recon process into three. So as a recon analyst, you can brief. My main job was or is to match the records, second, to update comments on pending breaks which you are not able to resolve it due to XYZ reason. Third, investigate and escalate for further resolution. That's what recon analysts work on. Basically, they match the ABOR, accounting books of record, versus investment books of record. For example, buy trade. Buy trade that will be recorded in your ABOR, but on IBOR, so it means on broker side or custodian side. Custodian side, there would be outgoing wire. For sell trade, incoming wire. That's what we match it, right? Incoming wire. There would be many more break types. I'll send you the list if you want. But yeah, so if you can prepare 4 to 5, break types, and if you can update those breaks on your resume, and in your initial introduction, if you can include all of this, let's say as a recon analyst, so we used to take care of, let's say, buy breaks, sell breaks, or maybe swaps or options, and we used to match them with the broker records. And then if you see any pending breaks, let's say ABOR side posted, but let's say broker side is pending. So in that case, we used to update the comments, right? Different comments and all. I'll send you those comments as well if you want it. And then investigate as well. So we used to do investigate. If you see broker versus, let's say, IBOR, or IBOR, it means broker versus accounting system records, if those are not in line. So we used to check those as well. All right. So this is how you can, I would say, modify, or you can actually manage your recon interview and all. But this should be required. But here also, I would say product that would play crucial role. Product, it means equity, bonds, debentures, swaps. Those are the financial products. Those will play crucial role in this segment as well. All right. But yeah, so you can target to the recon profiles also. All right. Can you hear me, guys?